la la la.
Breathe.
La 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 la. La 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 la. Freeze.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
It has not been a good day for the dinner bell. I overfilled my pumpkin with the orange juice. It's freshly squeezed and fresh and delicious. Problem solved. So, folks, like I said, freshly made OJ is going to be more expensive than just buying it from a jug. But this is a little bit more fun, and you get to be proud of the work you've done. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this whole bag of oranges, and we're going to do the same thing that we did with the limes. Is you're going to kind of put a pressure on it, roll it out. You're going to cut it straight in half that way. And then with this juicer, you don't squeeze. You put down this way, and you twist. And all that fresh juice will come right out. Start to see it fill up there. Oh, yeah. Here, I'll hold it this way so we got a little bit more light on it. Yeah. Are you a pulp in your orange juice kind of guy, Jay?
I don't mind it.
You don't mind it? Okay, all right. So we can run it through a filter. If you're not a pulp in your orange juice kind of person, strain your orange juice after you have squeezed it. If you have a strainer, fantastic. If you have a pasta colander, that's not going to work out too well for you. So you have these rinds here. You can do a lot of stuff with orange rinds as well. You can turn them into candied orange peels. You can soak them in oil and make it like a citrusy essential oil. I'm sure there's other things you can do with them. But we're going to do this here, squeeze out all the juice out of this orange, and it's the same process for all, I don't know, 8 oranges, or 9 it seems. Here we go. Oh, it's not as squishy as it was. It was a very juicy sounding orange. I wanted to catch that on the mic. It's gonna take a month of Sunday. Like I said, just buying the jar or the jug of orange juice is going to be a lot cheaper and a lot less labor intensive. But this is fun. We're having fun, right? That's what I thought. Oh yeah. Let's eat. All right, folks, it's time to eat. Standing with me is Jacob Bradley, and my girlfriend's calling me.
Oh, man.
Oh, darling, the camera is recording, but we're not live or anything. Do you want to say anything?
Dom's a
Okay. Thank you, darling. Yes, surprise, we're live, babe.
JK, I love you.
Love you too, baby. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Peace out, Girl Scout.
Yep. So, hey, Sam, just leave this whole conversation in the episode. I don't care if it runs 5 minutes over. Just do it. Yeah. All right, folks, we're ready to eat. Standing with me is the Jacob Bradley, sports director of WTOP 10, and the cameraman for not only this breakfast episode, but for the first breakfast episode we did here on Dom's Dinner Bell. Are you ready to try some breakfast pizzas?
I couldn't be any more ready if I tried.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Go ahead and dig in. We have our freshly squeezed orange juice in these fun, festive little cups, and I'll tell you what, that is indeed freshly squeezed orange juice. That is quite delicious.
Let's try this.
Let's hear what you got. Ooh. Nice and crunchy.
Oh, yeah.
That's
no,
good?
Awesome.
That's
awesome.
good? All right, I'm going to give that a shot then myself.
That's good.
Oh, yeah. Too. That maple butter gives that little touch of sweetness
sweet.
there.
Just wash it down.
Yeah, wash it down with a nice sip of OJ. Got pulp on myself. How's that, OJ?
Very good.
Very good. No, I'm gonna dive into this parfait
Let's do it.
here. Let's see what we got. The homemade oats. I'll tell you what. I'll be honest, completely honest about the oats. I guessed. I looked up one recipe, and it was not a recipe for maple brown sugar oats. It was a recipe for like honey and walnut oats. I don't have walnuts or honey, and I thought these were going to be terrible.
Hey.
But
Very good.
I'm excited they did well. So, folks, there you have it. Jake Bradley joins me here. We have a very fantastic breakfast. Rings in at about $20 for it, and it'll feed 4. I suggest just buying orange juice, though. Thank you for joining us on Dom's Dinner Bell. Stay tuned for next time. Who knows what we're going to eat?
I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
We're here for you, we're here for you. This is your channel 2.
Good morning. It's Monday, November 13th.
Rise and Shine Oswego starts right now.
A celebration took place on campus last night.
And the organization that held a network event.
Plus, what teams took on campus recreation's finals?
Rise and Shine Oswego starts right now.
Good morning. My name is Reilly Jones.
Morning. My name is Soaad Hammoud.
The East Campus Community Council, International Student Association, Asian Student Association, and Hart Global Living and Learning Center hosted their biggest event of the year last night. The Festival of Lights celebration took place in Hart Hall from 6 to 8 p.m. The festivals in Diwali and Tahar are to symbolize the victory of light over darkness and knowledge over ignorance, as the lights keep bad energy away. Diwali is India's largest holiday of the year.
Food, music, and dancing were happening in Hart Hall last night. Students engaged in activities such as arts and craft to celebrate their culture. There were raffles, so students left extra happy with their new technology.
AMN was on Rise and Shine Oswego a couple weeks ago to tell us about their organization. Now they're back, as they just had their Black Excellence Networking Ball this weekend. Joshua and Jalen, President and Vice President of AMN, tell the purpose of the event.
Second annual networking ball. Honestly, it's something that started last year from the prior president and vice president, and it's kind of like a way to make sure that people on the campus, well, mostly black men of color, have a way to network and talk to people in their career field.
The ball had guests like alumnus Dr. Gabriel Marshall Sr. and President Nwuso.
Students battled out in dodgeball and broomball last night. Campus recreation is wrapping up the fall season of intramurals, so students fought for their bragging rights. The co-rec dodgeball team that took home the W was the quote, DraftKings, and the Broom Ball finalist that will advance to the championship is a team named Lakeside Story. Overall, the final games were full of friendly competition before Thanksgiving break. For more information on how to get involved in intramurals, go to the Instagram at Oswego campus. Right.
This week is International Education Week across the SUNY Oswego campus. There will be both virtual and in-person events taking place throughout the week, catered to those interested in studying abroad as well as those studying internationally who are currently here in Oswego. Today from 10 to 11, Professor Ben Entner will be giving a virtual lecture to educate students about an opportunity to earn 3 credits following the spring semester by spending a week in Italy. Also tomorrow, WTOP 10 TV is hosting an international education episode with the International Student Association. Tune in tomorrow at 10:30 p.m. on WTOP 10's YouTube.
The national nonprofit Wreaths Across America has announced that Fort Ontario State Historic Site will be an official location for National Wreaths Across America Day once again. This year's theme focuses on veterans, military families, and volunteers across the country who found success through their service. This act, known as Remember, Honor, and Teach, aims to remember the fallen and honor those who served and teach younger generations about the value of freedom.
Today from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., Sheldon Hall will be hosting a Veterans Day lunch. The Campus Veteran Lounge or Battle Buddy Center will hold lunch and other refreshments to provide for veteran and military affiliated students, faculty, and staff, as well as their friends and other campus allies. The Oswego campus wants to express its appreciation and thanks to the dedicated service members who have served our nation.
Alternative break applications are now open to students who are interested. Alternative breaks are week-long service trips that allow students to travel domestically and internationally to provide service to nonprofit organizations. This year's project include the Appalachia Service Project in Jonesville, Virginia, the American Hiking Society in the Natural Bridge State Parks in Virginia, and Staycation Right Where in Oswego. For those interested, there will be information sessions taking place from late November to December.
Now a word from our WTOP 10 meteorologist, Aurora Fitzgerald. How's it looking out there today, Aurora?
Thanks, guys. So these are some of the few pictures that some of our people in the studio took this morning as they were walking out to the studio. I'm liking some of these pictures right now. It definitely was freezing this morning. We had a lot of frost out there. I noticed some frost on the grass. The clouds are beautiful. This picture is gorgeous. You're starting to see some of the stars. If I'm not mistaken, Jupiter was visible. It was one of those really, really bright stars. And taking a look at campus, it's bright even though it's nighttime. Still beautiful. Taking a look at Hewitt Hall on the right and Hart Hall. It is gorgeous out there. However, it was freezing. Very frosty this morning. And I will have my full forecast for you guys coming right up.
Thank you, Aurora. Coming up after the break, we'll be joined in the studio by the African Student Association's President and Vice President, Chelsea Obeng and Ajak Ater, with information about their upcoming Pan-Africa dinner. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent prevent wildfires.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
Welcome back to Rise and Shine Oswego.
We have a campus organization representatives here with us.
Today's guests are African Student Organization's President and Vice President Chelsea Obeng and Ajaka Ter.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah. So what's the Pan-Africa Dinner, and what does this event mean for your organization?
Well, first and foremost, we'd like to say a big thank you guys for having us. The Pan-African Dinner is a dinner that aims to showcase Africa's rich culture as well as traditions, and we aim to promote an understanding and to foster a community as well as to show all the richness and the traditions as well as cultures that Africa has to offer. Our big goal is to foster like a bridge between us, and then also to show how the African Student Organization, you don't have to be just African to join, and to let you know that we are here to teach you about the African culture as well as also to learn from you as well.
Tell us about this year's theme.
So this year's theme is Coming to Africa. There's a movie with Eddie Murphy called Coming to America, from when he's a prince from a kingdom called Zamunda, and he comes to America looking for a wife. And there's a second movie to that also, which is called Coming to America 2, when he finds out that he has a son, and his son goes back to Africa and learns the ways of their culture. So we're watching the movie and we're thinking about it. What if we had something like that, like coming to Africa and showcasing what Africa has to offer and what we stand for.
Sounds great. For students who are interested, how can they attend the meeting?
Well, you can first stop by the box office and buy a ticket. Tickets are $10 for students and $15 for any outsiders as well as faculty members. And then you just show up to Sheldon. Our dinner starts at 7, doors open at 6:30, and we close right around 10.
What can attendees expect from this event?
There are many things you can expect for our event. We have many performances from different dance teams, and the interns for the African Student Organization have come up with a play for our theme, Coming to Africa, so you get a little insight of what it's like on the other side. And there will also be amazing food, of course. And to end the night, we also have a photo booth to take pictures and remember the night. Bye.
And what other programs or meetings or events is the organization planning on holding throughout the rest of the semester?
Oh, being that we have just a little time left in the rest of the semester, actually coming up on Thursday, we have a program called PB and Jams, where we make peanut butter and jelly for the Salvation Army here to give to homelessness as well as for Thanksgiving, because not everybody's fortunate enough to have some food for Thanksgiving. This is a collaboration between AMN as well as some sororities and fraternities. Yeah.
Sounds great. Thank you guys for coming in. I really appreciate it. Still to come, Thanksgiving travel may be more difficult this year with the possible shutdown looming over the government. And Aurora has our full weather forecast coming up after the break.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
The Candlelight Show with Chloe and Anna.
Like licorice, Twizzlers, absolutely nasty.
The thought of turkey is just nauseating.
I think you're wrong, is what I think.
You think I'm wrong a lot of time.
I do think you're wrong a lot.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin. But I'm gonna drive home. There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving. I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Welcome back to Rise and Shine Oswego. I'm your Storm Team 10 meteorologist, Aurora Fitzgerald. So starting the day off right with a cup of coffee, taking a look at our coffee cast here. Currently 30 degrees, southeast wind at 9 miles per hour, so it is a little breezy out there. It was freezing this morning. It is still pretty cold out there, so I suggest getting a large coffee. I know I need one. I'm sure everybody else does. So taking a look at tomorrow, hour by hour. So it's going to be a little cloudy for today. 9 a.m. This is 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Definitely cloudy. There is a slight chance of showers today with 48 degrees. So the temperature is going to slightly increase. However, there might be some mixed precipitation that will come later today. So when you're traveling, make sure you're following the rules of the road. So your AM commute, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Just be a little wary. Your windshield will be very frosty if you did see one of the pictures before. So definitely turn on the car before you go out so then you can heat up everything. 12 p.m. you should be all right, but the road still might be a little icy, so you want to be wary of that. So our PM commute, again, we're probably going to have some isolated showers, some drizzles, and possible sleet as well. So this is really going to affect you around 6 p.m., possible mixed showers. And taking a look at around the state, not much is going on around here. You will be getting some sun around the center of New York State. Other parts a little cloudy. And taking a look at your 7-day forecast. Tuesday, 45 degrees. Wednesday, 55 degrees. So the temperature will, again, slightly increase. There will be some showers later in the week going into Saturday for all the students going home this weekend for Thanksgiving break. Just make sure you follow the rules of the road. Taking a look later into next week, we're going to start the week off with some nice sun, but it's still going to be pretty cold out there. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanksgiving weekend travel may be a little more difficult this year. AAA's Thanksgiving travel forecast is out today. It predicts one of the busiest holiday periods on record. Amy Kiley reports on what to expect.
A AAA forecast out today predicts this Thanksgiving will be the third busiest on record for travelers. It estimates over 55 million people will venture 50 or more miles from home. And travelers could face more headaches than just congestion. Los Angeles is scrambling to reopen this critical section of I-10 after a devastating fire over the weekend.
This is an emergency. This is not going to be resolved in 1 or 2 days.
A possible government shutdown this coming weekend would have a broader impact. The White House is warning airline passengers could face long wait times and delays.
November 2.
The U.S. already has a shortage of air traffic controllers. A shutdown could make that worse.
That would force the FAA to suspend hiring, close its training academy, delay the pipeline of new controllers, delay modernization.
TSA employees would have to work without paychecks.
From what I hear, we're looking to surpass some records here in Atlanta over this travel holiday season. So to be in a government shutdown during that time is not going to be good.
Workers at Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson Airport say they're especially concerned.
Atlanta is the busiest airport in the world. So, you know, a slowdown here slows down everything else, and we just do not want that happening.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
AAA projects more than 55 million people will travel 50 miles or more during the Thanksgiving travel weekend.
Top defense officials from the U.S., Japan, and South Korea have agreed on a new plan for real-time data sharing in the North Korean missile launches, starting next month. The new agreement came during an annual security talks in Seoul, attended by the three nations. The talks have largely focused on the strategies to counter North Korean threats, including a plan involving the U.S. using military and nuclear resources to deter North Korean and defend members of the agreement. Coming up, who's the 2023 People's Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive?
And the Grammy nominators are in. Who's on the list?
And our entertainment reporter Kinaya Mabry will give a full entertainment report right after the break. We'll be right back.
What's going on?
Yeah, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
no.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close up of that one. Broadcast news.
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
Welcome back to Rise and Shine Oswego. Let's get into this morning's entertainment news. To start us off today, we will be talking about the People's Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive for 2023. This was honored upon Patrick Dempsey, who is known for his role as Derek Shepherd, aka McDreamy, in the hit TV show Grey's Anatomy. Dempsey says, "It's a nice to have recognition, and certainly my ego takes a bump, but it gives me the platform to do something positive." Closest to his heart is the Dempsey Center, which is founded in honor of his late mom to support cancer patients and their loved ones. I know some fans feel that Pedro Pascal was passed up for the Sexiest Man Alive. Is there anything you guys have heard about who was passed over?
I believe I heard the same thing. I knew there were a few people that were upset. He was in a lot of notable things this year, so I felt like he could have been a contender, but these things happen.
I was a bit impressed, but it happens.
I know a lot of people think Jason Kelsey was passed up for the opportunity as well.
I heard that as well. Yeah, he's also been very relevant in the media lately, so I felt like it was.
On to the Grammy nominations for 2024. We meet the nominees for the Best New Artist. They are revealed to be Ice Spice, Victoria Monet, Coco Jones, Jelly Roll, Gracie Adams, Fred Again, Noah Kahan, and the husband and wife duo, The Warren Treaty. Many new artists are making waves in the last year and are up for several Grammys. Is there anyone you are surprised to see on this list or surprised didn't make it?
Honestly, I think as far as Best New Artist goes, I think Ice Spice is a really good choice, although I know I'm a little biased. I'm a big fan. I think Jelly Roll is also an interesting choice to put up there. He's been very popular with the country music industry lately, and I think he's a good choice.
I think it was a pretty good choice as well.
I'm surprised, honestly, to see Coco Jones up there as Best New Artist, as she has been known for quite some time. But anyway, 4 iconic toys have just been inducted into the Toy Hall of Fame. This year's toys are the Cabbage Patch Kids, baseball cards, the Nerf ball, and the Fisher-Price Corn Hopper. This year, the Fisher-Price Corn Popper was a special 4th inductee in the honor of the Hall's 25th anniversary. It won by popular vote out of the 5 forgotten finalists. You can see the National Toy Hall of Fame for yourself at the Strong National Museum of Play in Rochester. Did you play with any of these toys as a kid?
I definitely had one of the poppers that you pushed
Me
around, 100%. And Nerf balls are just a given. I feel like every playground in America probably had one of those just sitting over in the corner somewhere.
For me, I had a Cabbage Patch when I was small.
Me too.
I would always be playing with it, and it was so fun.
Okay, so speaking of childhood, one thing I remember was Godzilla, which is now back on the small screen. Godzilla takes his destruction to the small screen in the new streaming series Monarch Legacy on Monsters. This story has been told in many films, but now viewers who have never seen it before can dive into the streaming series. Have you guys ever seen any of the Godzilla movies?
I don't think I have, actually. I remember seeing the trailer for Godzilla vs. Kong a few years ago, but I don't think I ever actually saw it.
I believe I haven't seen it either. I've seen my relatives that have watched it, but I haven't watched it.
I know me, my mom, and my little cousins, we actually watched through like the whole series of it, like every single movie. We just took a weekend and just plowed right through all of them. So I'm excited that way when it comes out, I can go home and watch it with my family. Okay, now for more on movies, for this week's Hollywood Minute, we have David Daniel.
We're searching for soldiers for a fight against the Mother World.
I could help you. For a small fee, obviously.
The official trailer is out for Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire. Sofia Boutella stars as a woman with a mysterious past leading a group of unlikely revolutionaries against a tyrant and his troops. The epic adventure from Zack Snyder, director of 300, Man of Steel, and Army of the Dead, debuts on Netflix December 22nd. Part 2, The Scargiver, is due out next April.
Lady, we should be out there snacking on bad guys.
The SAG-AFTRA strike may be over, but future films are still being delayed. Venom 3, the follow-up to 2021's Venom Let There Be Carnage, was scheduled to reach theaters next July. But just as the strike was ending, Sony pushed the movie back 4 months to November 8th, 2024. The first 2 Venom movies were also autumn releases. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Okay, that was great. Are there any movies on there that you guys are planning to see? I know personally I'm planning on seeing Venom 3.
Are you? Really? That's interesting. I liked the first one. I wasn't so sure about the second, but I thought they were both pretty good.
For me, I don't have any current movies that I'm thinking of watching, but I have watched this new movie. It's called The Other Zoe. It's good.
We'll get right into our break, but before we do that, let's head into what's on the menu in the dining halls today. But before we do that, we wanted to hear from you and see what your favorite Thanksgiving foods are.
Stuffing. Mac and cheese. My mom's strawberry cheesecake.
Turkey.
Mashed sweet potatoes with the marshmallows on top.
Let's take a look at what's on the menu today. It's Chicken Patty Day for lunch at Lakeside, and Pathfinder's rolling out Southwestern stuffed peppers.
Lakeside has bourbon chicken and haddock for dinner, and Cooper's got crab cakes and stir fry.
And if you're looking for a late night snack, Cooper got breakfast sandwiches on a croissant for late night. We'll be right back with Rise and Shine as we go.
It could be your last chance to see one occur for 2 decades, as the next time one will be visible over the continental U.S.
He's May 84. Yarrow told police in the hospital that he had pressed the doorbell and waited.
They mix with oxygen and nitrogen and become briefly
What's going on?
Yeah, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Matt, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30? Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close up of that one.
Matthew,
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
That's our report for this morning. We'll see you right back here tonight at WTOP 10 Nightly News.
From all of us here at Rise and Shine Oswego, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.
Frank, of course, your host. Here at The Bigger Picture, we're all about recognizing those organizations here on camera that you may have never heard of. Welcome to Season 4 of The Bigger Picture. Who would have thought we would have made it this far, but here we are, Season 4. So unfortunately, this is for sure the final season of The Bigger Picture, as I will be making my departure from SUNY Oswego this December. Before we dive deeper into this episode, I would like to say a quick shout out to Kiara Montero. She is watching at home. All of us here at WTOP, we love you and we thank you for all the work you have done for The Bigger Picture, as well as everything here at WTOP. Also, before we jump into tonight's episode, I would like to tell everybody thank you for coming along the ride for The Bigger Picture. It's been 4 years of great shows, great episodes, great guests. So once again, thank you to everybody watching. Thank you everybody for supporting. Thank you everybody for sharing, posting on Instagram, tagging us. We appreciate all the love. But let's jump into tonight's episode. So, as always in The Bigger Picture, we always start off tonight's episode, or all the episodes, with naming a bunch of things that are happening on campus, just in case you want to get active or you want to get out of your room and go do something fun. So let's name a couple. First up, we have a senior here from SUNY Oswego named Naomi Ellis, who just dropped her first album called Serene. She dropped this album on September 22nd, 2023, underneath her album name titled Sane Girl. This album is a soulful and alternative masterpiece that celebrates solitude, with her last track applying the name Solitude. She's drawing inspirations from artists like Janae Aiko, Erykah Badu, and many others. Her lyrics and soulful beats serenade with her audience as she mixes and masters all her songs to the songs she wants to show growth and self-love. Tune into her album, available on all platforms now. The Oswego Student Association Programming Board will be having their second annual LGBTQ plus Pride Festival. It will be hosted on October 21st in Sweatman Gym from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. There will also be a lot of live music, food, giveaways, and so much to do. Plus, everybody loves to see a spectacular runway scene, so go out to that if you're feeling nice. Also, this week is fall break, so just please remember to take the time, wind down, relax. This semester has been a little bit stressful for a lot of us, so please make sure to do whatever you can to make yourself feel at peace. Also, if you are traveling, please be safe. Lastly, join the Caribbean Student Association on October 28th for their Underwater Paradise Dinner, a celebration of Caribbean culture and the exciting year ahead for the association. The event will feature delicious food and captivating performances. Keep an eye out for ticket sales at the SUNY Oswego box office. Stay tuned because when we come back, we'll be joined by our very first guest for season 4 of The Bigger Picture. So stick around.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No,
right
but you've
here.
got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it.
Jill
Should we
told me it
tell
was
him?
Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
Hello and welcome back to The Bigger Picture. Tonight, we're excited to have special guests from the Latino Student Union here joining us tonight. The Latino Student Union is an organization founded in 1968. Their mission was to enhance awareness of Latin culture, encompassing traditions, cuisine, and music through a range of engaging activities such as weekly programs, tabling, and special events. Their initiatives foster unity among cultural organizations and students, facultating connections and understanding as well. Joining us today is their president, Carmides Jimenez.
Hello.
And their faculty advisor for the organization, Dr. Celinette Duran Jimenez.
Hi. Thank you for having us.
Thank you guys for joining. All right, so to start off tonight's episode, I would like you guys to introduce yourselves, tell us about your roles within the Latino Student Union, as well as your roles here on campus. Anyone can start.
My name is Carmides Jimenez, and I'm the current president of the Latino Student Union. My sole mission is to delegate and oversee all of our events, everything that we have on initially, making sure all of our members are doing what they need to do. And yeah, I got involved because I wanted to do something on campus, and what better than to join LSU.
Dr. Duran.
So actually, Matthews and Carmides originally approached me about being the faculty advisor for LSU. I wanted to take this on because I think that it's very important to have representation on faculty, as it is in the student body. As the only Dominican faculty, full-time faculty on campus, I also wanted us to be able to bridge that connection between the student body, between the faculty side, and then for students to be able to see someone who looks like them fostering and facilitating these types of relationships that are really important in academia.
Thank you guys for that. So let's jump into the juicy questions now. All right? What inspired you guys to become involved with the Latino Student Union, and how has it impacted your experience here at SUNY Oswego so far?
Well, for me, I was actually very opposed to joining anything. It's like kind of ironic. But my freshman and my sophomore year, and eventually I got into my junior year, and I really wanted to be a part of something. Everyone was kind of doing their own thing, enjoying their time on organizations, and I was like, wow, I kind of actually want to get involved. And there were things that I wanted to bring onto campus that I was like, okay, let me be a part of it. Let me try to do something for our campus. So yeah.
I am very much invested in student success. Because we are a teaching comprehensive college, the priority from the faculty side is making sure that our students are at the forefront, making sure that we help them succeed in any way which possible. And even though I am a faculty member of the Criminal Justice Department, we have a very large major that only gives me but so much contact with students. Being able to advise the Latino Student Union also gives me an opportunity to meet other Latino and Hispanic students, other Black students, other Afro-Latino students who don't know who I am but might still be interested in fostering that sort of connection, seeing someone else that represents them on campus.
Cool, cool. So, of course, we all love a little bit of diversity. So how does the Latino Student Union contribute to promoting cultural awareness and diversity here on campus?
For us, we like to pride ourselves that we are Latin-based, but we're never exclusive towards just our Latin community. So we're very open in that way. We like to promote ourselves on our social media as much as possible, around campus, through our weekly tabling. If you see us in MCC, Mondays and Thursdays we table, so come by and say hello. Through our programs, we try to also collaborate with different organizations to show that we're here for everyone. As much as we want you guys to learn about our culture, we want to be educated in others as well. So yeah, we just try to put ourselves out there as much as possible.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with the way that the Latino Student Union has really taken to the mission. I really appreciate seeing the ways that they have embraced Afro-Latino culture, Afro-Caribbean culture, and really working towards making sure that there is a space for everyone and that everyone understands that feeling of being included, being inclusive. But obviously, because I am an academic, because I'm a faculty member, I also appreciate the ways in which these students really do the work. They know their stuff, and they do absolutely everything possible to make sure that not only are they explaining the experience, but they're getting the information out in the right way.
Now, is there anything currently the Latino Student Union is doing to try to bring out more diversity onto campus or make themselves more known on campus to get people to join them in?
On campus, we try to basically reach out. Like, we have an organization chat, so we try to promote within our organizations, within each other, letting them know, like, hey, this is something we have. We also always have our annual dinner that is coming up in November. So that's one of our biggest things that we try to get people aware of. If you don't know about us, we have a dinner coming up. Come